Alright, yo, what up everyone? It's me, Ninja. Welcome to the Gcast, the only podcast on the internet that has me. Now, who am I? Ninja. Who are you people?
I am fucking Freezy boy.
Chris.
I'm Freeze.
Okay.
Bro.
Okay.
I am Professor Paradox!
Yo.
Sharks haunt my friends!
Okay. So, Paradox kind of gave it away. Today we're talking about the new Invader Zim movie.
Enter the
How did
Florpus!
Paradox give it away if the title's Invader Zim?
Into the Florpus.
You know what, Chris? You know what?
We do have the avatars, guys, so
It's
they're
pretty
gonna
obvious,
know.
but we're talking about...
It's in the title, it's in the
Yeah,
it's in the title, it's in
We're
the
talking about the
thumbnail,
new
it's
Invader
everywhere.
Zim film, Into the Florpus. And so,
Yeah.
what you guys like about it?
I like that
like-
guy that cooks pudding. He's pretty epic.
He's my anime OC.
Clembrain?
He's my waifu. The OTP between him and Pudding is real.
Yeah, I like the
Okay.
whole fucking handheld shit. Even if it was like knowable, I like the handheld and how it's like evil, and then the fucking universes fucking collide and shit. You know that stuff. Puppies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Puppies. My favorite part, if it wasn't obvious, was Professor Membrane and just like how ridiculous he is while also being like this serious character.
Okay. My favorite part of the whole film definitely had to be was just the intro where it's just like it's overly serious and then it's just like, my name is Dib Membrane. I'm 12 years old. And he's just like freaking like JoJo Bizarre Adventure.
I like.
I noticed that. I'm like, what the heck is going
Such
on?
a good way to open up the
I know.
film.
It just the movie's.
And it's like Zim's just like this.
Like
Okay,
just,
yeah, the movie is
Were you talking,
so
Chris?
dumb, and that's what the movie is. It's just dumb fun, and I like that. I love how it doesn't take itself seriously.
So have you guys seen the show
No.
before?
I've seen a couple episodes of Invader Zim, not
Alright,
too many.
I've seen
though.
pretty much all the episodes, like the last 5 or so, and this show is spot on with the rest of the show. It has that same level of
The movie is spot on.
The movie's spot on with like the rest of the show, and it's just like it's really just a huge achievement to do that. Because normally, if a revival like this, it would change over like 10 years of not being on the air. But I'm
Yeah.
real glad that this movie had the same exact like feeling of the original. And honestly, one of the best parts about it was the fact that like they didn't make Gurr, like they didn't Flanderize him. Because I was worried that they were gonna do that. They were just gonna
Yeah.
make him like Waffles XD. Like I was worried about that.
Yeah.
I really liked how quality the movie seemed, while also still like maintaining, like you said, the feel of the show. Like I watched some clips, and they sound so much different in the show compared to like in the movie. It's like you can tell this is a modern, like, not a modern take, but like that this is done with a lot
Yeah.
better equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really love the animation in it. Like because the coloring in it is
Yeah,
phenomenal.
I like how it just the color makes the feel like kind of like red, kind of futuristic, like those bright neon colors. And I also really liked the characters. Like I've never watched Invader Zim before. I've only heard of it before. But this kind of made me want to watch the show. It was like a perfect introduction to it. And it's like, hey, whoa, this movie's on Netflix, looks cool and fun, I'll watch it. And then after enjoying it, you could just go to the show and see what's it all about. And I like it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. The only thing I really didn't like about
Yeah.
the film was some shots looked very cheap. Like, it was done in Flash in, like, a day. Like you look at it and you can just tell it's automatic and stuff, and I really didn't like them.
Yeah.
And that was mostly with some of the scenes with the tallest. They really felt like that, and that kind of took me out of it a bit. But
Speaking of the tallest, I felt they were dumber than I remember them being.
yeah, they were.
Like, Zim's supposed to be the one who's, like, full of himself and not quite as intelligent, and then the tallest are just, like,
They just don't care about him.
drinking a Slurpee and eating donuts, like
their
for half the time they were
Their
on
whole
screen.
excuse of like going in a straight line and not turning is really, like, as absurd that is. That doesn't feel like something the tallest would have done in the original show. It feels like something Zim would have done.
But
Exactly.
So,
the
yeah.
girl was the best part. Was the second best part, other than the cooking pudding person. I don't fucking know, but it just
Gaz?
Gur is just
Oh, I thought you said the girl.
Oh, I thought you said the girl, so I'm like, you mean Gaz?
yeah. He's just a mood. He just wants to relax and chill and eat pizza. That just.
What is it? It's like
That was my favorite
I
part
have an
with Gur.
idea.
You're gonna order 1,000,000 pizzas, and then I'm gonna roll in those pizzas, and that's how I became a giant
Whenever
pizza.
I saw that in the trailer, I was like, okay, this is just gonna be like something he says on Secretary, but I really like how it's just Zim's like asking her like, what's phase 2? And he's just like, he does that and he ends it with a the end, and I just love that. Because it's like, it's for half a second there, I thought he was just gonna say something stupid, then just turned it into a story. I find that really funny.
Professor Membrane was fun. He was just.
Yes,
No
he
one
was.
can be more excited than me. I'm more excited than you. Not scientifically possible!
The peaking
sorry.
audio.
Like, what do you guys think about like the redesigns of the?
I at first I didn't like them, but then I'm just kind of like, yeah, these are good. Like, it went well. The only big one that I could notice was Membranes.
He looks much more like fat, and like.
He looks
I don't think he looks fat. I think he
Yeah, he
looks
doesn't
more
look
like
as
and he looks
built.
more like Steve from Minecraft.
Yeah, he doesn't look as fit and like slim.
Or like, no, he looks kind of more like the Roblox like
Yeah.
default thing. Just like,
I am disappointed in this
I'm
film though,
swole.
because the whole Membrane family, those guys are Mexican. They're just like very white, and you wouldn't know that unless you looked at an interview from the creator or whatever. I really
Wait, they're
yeah,
Mexican?
because Jonan Vasquez is like them. That sounds very wrong, but he's just like a light-skinned Mexican. So like,
But what a... There's like
yeah,
nothing
I know.
to denote
That's the
them
whole
as
thing, but he
Mexican,
just
though.
kind of said that, and I'm just kind of like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like,
It is actually nice, though, that they didn't, like, capitalize on, like, hey, this is representation.
yeah.
They're Mexican.
taco.
Like, it's really nice that they didn't do that. Like, even... I like that they gave Professor Membrane a deep voice, but they didn't, like, even give him a hint of an accent.
It's like they're good characters who just happen to be Mexican. They're not Mexican characters. They're just characters.
I would have liked it though if like one of Zim's plans in the show was just like, oh, you come from Mexico, and he just like dresses up as like a stereotypical Mexican who's just like sombrero,
And it's like,
taco,
Zim.
taco, burrito.
It'd be funny because it's like Dib would look at him and be like, Zim, you're the alien here, and that is the most xenophobic thing
Yeah,
I've ever
like
heard.
the comedy, it wouldn't be offensive because it's not treated as being right. It's treated as being very wrong.
Yeah. You could see that okay, let's just go probably back to the redesigns. It seems like they went for a more kind of like rounder, like thick outlines, like kind of like nowadays Flash. Like it's more like rounder. And like Gaz has like much less darker clothes that
Well, the reason for all
Yeah.
this was because of artistic growth. Because this is John Vasquez's style. Like, it just evolved. He just went with it. Like, if you look at the Invader Zim comics that came out like 5 years ago, they're in this exact same style.
Yeah.
It's just after 10 years it kind of shifted, and he's just like, it worked for the comics and I like this better, so can we just do this for the show? And Nick was like, sure.
Yeah.
It worked for the
Yeah,
comics.
and like,
The thing is, though, like,
oh yeah, I
go ahead.
think the redesigns kind of, I really think that the redesigns look better than the originals in my opinion, though some people might disagree. I like the more rounder kind of style instead of like the thinner kind of like the style of the original. Like, I like how colorful it looks and, you know, neons.
Yeah.
Something I did want to say, though, is that I saw a post on Twitter before I saw the movie. I saw a post on Twitter, and it said, like, I bet the animators really hated working on Gross Dib, but at least they didn't have to do the version from the comics. And they show the version from the comics, and it's like,
Wait, what?
yeah, that's a lot grosser.
There's an even worse.
Like, there was a Twitter post about how they thought, this one person thought, like, the animators probably hated animating Gross Dib from the beginning of the movie. And then they're like, but at least they didn't have to do this version. And then they showed a picture of it from the comics of Gross Dib. And it's like, yeah, that's a lot worse. He's got, like, pimples and blemishes and stuff all over him. He looks really, really gross. And I'm kind of glad they didn't go with that for this version. The version they did is gross enough. I kind of wish they didn't put him in pajamas, though. That was kind of a weird choice, in my opinion.
Yeah. Though I gotta say, this film has so many great quotable moments.
Oh, most
I feel
certainly.
like we're cutting Chris off, but we can't hear him in Discord.
Sorry.
So this is gonna sound really weird to anyone listening, like, to the episode.
Yeah.
See, this is why we record our own audio?
Yeah. If you look back at some of the episodes, Paradox was cutting out half the time.
Yes, that's the
God.
image, Chris. I think you'll agree. He looks so much
The left
worse.
one looks more like simplified and not horror. And even I kind of like the pajamas there. They kind of fit like the gross, like staying on your chair in bed.
But that does mean that, like, at one point he wasn't watching Zim.
Yeah.
He was changing into pajamas.
Maybe you just.
So it's a continuity error.
For 2 years.
Yeah.
And Zim's just like, want to see what I've been doing for the last 2 years? And then he shows him this video. I almost said picture. This video of him just, like, sitting in the toilet making noise, and then Gurr running around making noise. And, like, his 2 robot parents just, like, there.
I really liked the film. Like, I thought it was top notch, and honestly, like, I'm happy for the fact that it got released. I was afraid it was going to be, like, put to DVD release only, like, straight to DVD.
Oh, direct to DVD?
And it wasn't going to get an audience there, I can guarantee it. Because no one watches that stuff anymore. Like, look at Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go, no one's talking about that. But, like, with it being put on Netflix, I think it's a real advantage for it.
Yeah, I think
And,
everything should go on Netflix at this point, or like Hulu, because like streaming devices are great, and like having it on like Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon DVD, it's kind of a dying medium in my opinion. When you could go like make your own streaming device or something, and they're starting to do that, but Cartoon Network streaming devices.
my main problem with it is, like, if you put everything on streaming, it can be taken off so quickly, and it'll just become lost to the average consumer.
Yeah.
And, like, that's the one thing I don't like about it. With physical media, they can't take that away from me, because I already have it.
But like,
But either way, we're getting off topic.
Real quick, though, I think the thing about physical media is that while less people are like using DVD players and stuff, a lot of people buy the Blu-ray release and like just pop it on their Xbox or PS4 or even their computer and
Yeah,
watch
that's
it
what I
that
do.
way. So physical media isn't, it's dying in some ways, but it's not
Dead.
like something that nobody is using anymore. Like I still buy DVDs for movies because my internet sucks.
Yeah.
But like with streaming, I wish there was a
So I
way
can't
to like
stream
have
everything.
a streaming thing where I archives, like Cartoon Network decides to make a large streaming service where archives all the
Okay,
shows.
so, Chris, I don't want to cut you off, but we're about to go on a huge tangent, and we should probably end this episode because like we're about to get to the 16-minute mark for me recording.
Okay, so last thing, what was your favorite like scene from?
Did we already go over this at the beginning? But I have another one, so
We went over like what we liked
Okay.
about it, or I guess like maybe our favorite quote.
oh, okay. I
I don't have a
Favorite quote.
but I liked the part shit. A lot of it.
Are we
I
doing
don't
scenes
know.
or quotes?
Either one, I guess.
Let's do quotes. That
Okay,
should be easier.
I'll go first, I guess. My favorite quote
Okay.
in this is like what's that? And he's like, we tried to make a clone of your dad, but we couldn't get it to work. We couldn't get him to make the pudding like you love. It's like I don't love pudding, like that deadpan delivery. I don't love pudding. This is beautiful to me.
I like
What about you, Chris?
the scene.
So you left.
Okay, no, okay. My favorite part was when Zim looked defeated, and then suddenly it just backfires, and then Zim just wears the professor's like a professor costume, and then says, "I'm not an alien." Says,
And then it's just like I love the part where it's just like with all your grotesque eyes, and everybody's just looking at him. It's like it comes in 4 colors. Yeah.
That's iPhone in a nutshell. That's Apple.
All right.
Hey, we gotta.
All right. So my favorite bit is at the end where Div's like, "Don't you remember everything that happened?" And Professor Memory's like, "Of course I do, son. I remember getting hit on the head and then dreaming all of that crazy stuff." And then Div's just like completely
I
dejected.
just like the line where it's like, "How does it feel to lose?" And Dib's just like, "Well, technically you lost." Like, "No, I didn't. I need to get this, whatever this is." And it's like, "A ceramic clown puppy? Yes, I've won."
Also,
Oh shit, we didn't even talk about how this is just Spider-Verse, but for Invader Zim.
I also like the
Alrighty.
scene. Do you remember that scene where like Phase 2, like when they forget what Phase 2 is, and he like talks to what's the two people?
And Dibs, Gers
Yeah.
just like bring in random
And then
stuff.
it all came back later, except for the waffles. The reincorporation in this film is really good, like with the shark scene. With the, like, "Son, I used to be like you too. I used to think sharks were my friends. Never again."
Also,
Oh shit, I just...
No, he's like, "Now I know better," and he reveals his
Yeah,
mechanical
I got
arm.
quiet there, because I literally turned away from my microphone.
All right, I think this is about
that's
where
the
we
end
can
of
end
the
it.
podcast. I'm Ninja. Who are you people?
I'm a glazed donut from Krispy Kreme.
I'm Paradox.
That was me. That's the end of the Gcast, people. Make sure you like and subscribe our YouTube channels for stuff, and then you follow at xninja555 on Twitter. Please.
Remember to stay epic.
Hot dab.